Okay, so we are back. It is 5:20 in the morning, 9/13/2023. I believe today is Wednesday, and we're going to go over the latest on the tropics. So give me a moment, and I will, be right back. Okay, so a little bit of tweaking on that one, but I kind of like that a little bit. All right. So I just got home, and we'll go right to the maps here. A few developing things overnight with Danilo Cavalcante, but we'll check in on that too in a little bit. So what I want to do here is go. Uh, Things are going to get pretty stormy here. Uh, Today. So this is weather valid 8 Eastern Daylight Time, Wednesday, September 13th to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So um, so here we got this low pressure here that's basically going to bring a whole bunch of torrential downpours again from, I would say, very, very eastern Pennsylvania all the way up into New Hampshire and maybe even further than that. But these storms here today can be pretty intense, so be very, very careful out. And if you're Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, down to New York, parts of lower parts of New York, um, that's this whole front that's dropping here to get rid of some of this warm, humid air that we've been lucky to have for a few days here. Uh, but it'd be nice to get some sun in here too for a little while. Here's Hurricane Lee here. You got a high pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, so there's absolutely nothing in here whatsoever beautiful in the Gulf of Mexico. There's my bird. You hear my barred owl. I don't know if anybody can hear that. That's the male. They're so cool. All right, so let's. So this is the system here that's going to try to make it over here in time to kick this out, but the path is not set in stone yet. So let's go um, to so if you hear that who cooks for you, who cooks for you, that's a barred owl, and the female will kind of do the who cooks for you, who cooks for you all, that those types of hoots. Plus they caterwaul when they're together. Sounds like a bunch of monkeys in the woods. All right, so they're awesome birds. My owls are fantastic. Those are the barred owls. They're all over the place up here. These are probably the resident owls here, and they probably are out with their uh, owlets who are flying around, fledging, looking for food. All right, so like I said, I'm going to try to get in touch with. I've been trying to get in touch with Center for Wildlife so I can get some on here to present some of the raptors and owls that they have there. All right, so okay, so here's the Atlantic. I wonder if you can hear that. Very, very faint. It's out to my right in the woods there. That's the male. I love my birds. Okay. Um, they're really good because they always clean up all the mice around here. All right, so this is the Atlantic Basin here. You'll probably hear the female soon telling it to get back to the nest here. So we have a lot to go over here in the tropics. We have three major disturbances here. We got Lee, of course, here. Um, these are the latest on Lee. We got this is advisory 32, if you can believe it, and we got maximum sustained winds at 100 knots, which equals about 115, 120 miles per hour. Those are sustained winds, so those aren't gusts. Those are sustained. Gusts are probably up to about 140. Pressure's keeping steady at 948. And those are the coordinates 25.7 north, 67.1 west. And that's important now. And this thing is basically not doing anything. It's 6 miles per hour. So it's basically stationary right in here. In this parallel here. And I'll pull that up in a second. Here's Margot, who's basically a hurricane, minimal hurricane at the 85 miles per hour. Central pressure at 975, so you can see the difference in the strength here. This one here is basically out in the center of the Atlantic doing, nothing to anybody really unless you're shipping through here. And it's moving at an average pace of about 12 miles per hour. So this is just going to kind of do a loop-de-loop in here. And this is the next system here that once we get rid of Lee here, this is going to be the next system to watch here, especially for the coastline here. So this is just an invest at this point, but it's it's probably going to become Nigel here pretty soon. It's got a really good chance to form in the next 7 days, 48 hours, maybe not so much, but once it gets over into this zone here, it'll be the next name storm for sure. But let's go to Lee here. Actually, we'll go to Margot first. And this is the expected path here. So it's going to do a whole bunch of loop-de-loops. It's being blocked here by the high. There's another area here that can't move into it. So it's basically just going to zigzag in here. But it is a hurricane, so so here's Lee, and this is the latest on Lee. Dangerous surf and life-threatening rip currents will affect portions of northern Leeward Islands. They're going to be out of this fairly shortly, though. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, all of these islands in the Caribbean here are going to be pretty much seeing the end of any of the effects here soon. But the East Coast is going to be up next, so you're probably already seeing above average seas here, especially in North Carolina and South Carolina. So this right now is the forecasted path here for Lee. And as you can see, it hasn't really changed all that much from yesterday. It's still very uncertain once you get in here. And when we were looking at the map of the United States earlier, you saw this low pressure trough here. That's going to be the major player in here, how that sets up, how strong it is to what this does. But these models are pretty much in agreement that it's going to pretty much hit somewhere between the Cape of Massachusetts and I always forget the name of this inlet here. Bay of Fungo, is that it? But again, the uncertainty is still there. And this is at 2 a.m. on Saturday, so early Saturday morning. This is going to be kind of in this northeastern Atlantic here. And it's going to weaken as it moves up this ladder here because the water starts to get a little bit cooler. And once it gets up into New England here, it's going to really cool off. So if it keeps on this path, it'll be a storm once it gets into the Canadian Maritimes here. But if it takes a left at all, there's a possibility that this could still remain a hurricane once it gets to the coast here. But the longer it stays over these cooler waters, the more it's going to weaken. All right. And then here's, the coordinates and stuff. Hey, buddy. How are you? You just missed my owls, man. They're gone. They were just making a whole bunch of noise in the woods. Yeah, this is technically peak. This is the peak was, I think, 2 days ago, September 10th. And then there's another small peak in October, and then it just starts to. How'd court go yesterday? Yeah, the mail was just out here. I should put some music on. He'll be back. Ah, that's so much better. Definitely theatrical. Oh, hold on. You'll hear him now. Hold on a second. But that's the females. Oh, female and the male. I wonder if you can hear that. Can you hear that? So what was this all about anyways? You hear it a little bit? So that's a barred owl. That's the male. And the female is around somewhere too. They're everywhere. You'll have to fill me in on this because I'm not I don't remember what was going on about this person, but I managed to miss both of Rick Snay's lives yesterday. What are you doing? Hey, Audrey, how are you? Oh, oh, you got the barred owls over there too, Audrey? They were just out here. They were just. I'm probably being too loud, so they're probably. The male was just out here hooting. They're awesome. You went on your food to get there. What are we eating? So she lives in Florida and knew Galen Rose and harassed her as well. Oh my God. Yeah, she sounds insane. Appointments? Yeah, this has been a really shitty week so far. Uh, but I just seem to be going through tires on the car like nobody's business. I've probably spent this year alone a good $1,400 on tires. Uh, oh, that's cool. Subways are good. Everybody's gone. I bet. So what's going to come out of this? Yeah, I drive. I probably drive about 140 miles a night uh, through like the most horrible elements ever, and it's been raining a lot. So, and I just seem to find the nails and screws and everything in the road. It's so, uh, and I have an SUV, so I can't just change one fucking tire. I got to change all four of them. So this has been a tough year for tires for sure. Yeah, I go through tires like that's why I don't buy the expensive ones anymore because you know I don't mind being out like $500 for a set of four tires, but I was buying the really expensive ones, and yeah, yeah, I travel at least 140 miles a night. Uh, yeah, I'm with you with the coffee thing, but if I have coffee now, I'll never sleep. I can't drink coffee in the morning anymore. I drink coffee around 6 o'clock at night. That's when I usually get up. All right, so let's go here. We saw that, and whoops. Take a look at the satellite here, but I want to do this one right here. Because this will give us both, all three storms, I think. Nope. You want to come up, buddy? You got a Mustang? No. If you want to come up, let me put the link in. I didn't know you wanted to come up, man. I put it in early. I thought you were waiting for food. I still got to make mods in here. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I've had a lot of car issues this year. Here, it's been really straight. It's been raining a lot. We got a lot of rain this year. This summer, summer's been like a washout, really. So there's Lee right there. I'll blow this up a little bit. It seems to be getting some dry air in here a little bit, but it could be because it's going to be starting to move to the north. So, and then this front here is what we're going to get today. We're going to get really pounded in here today in New England with some power storms. But let's go back here to see if Frosty's in here yet. There he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing?
Just figured I'd stop in, say what's up, what's going on.
I didn't know you wanted to come up. I would have put the link in earlier.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I thought you were just coming home. I don't like to bother people in the morning because I know.
Oh, no.
You know, there's shit going on, and
I'm off every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night. So any like Wednesday morning, I'm always available. So
yeah, it's. So tell me about this bitch, Lauren.
Oh, dude. I mean, I don't think she watches you, but like, man, dude,
Nobody watches me.
She's crazy. Like, so basically, like, I don't know I don't even know how I got to this point with this woman. Like, I started talking about Flora, right? And she popped up on my channel, and she was really, she was cool. She was like really nice. And then I think I said something she didn't agree with, and she like started going off the handle and like talking shit. And I blocked her, and she kept coming back under like different names and shit. And she was like harassing. And I guess this is like a common theme with her, and I'm just the latest one to be at the brunt end of it. She lived in Florida and like knew Galen and stuff. And she harassed her, and then now she harasses anyone online. She harasses Meow. She harasses Indie Archive. She harasses a litany of other people.
No shit.
Yeah, dude, just be careful when you talk about Flora, because she'll find your way to your channel, and she like will harass the living shit out of you.
What is her problem?
I don't know. I don't know. And she like at the hearing today, she like, I have all the evidence that she submitted. And it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like it's nothing to prove that I've ever spoken to her personally. It's that I spoke about her in public. You know, I can talk about anybody in public. You know, I can talk about Joe Biden.
Right.
And she's like, she counterfiled against me. So I've got a hearing next month. It was supposed to be today, and I didn't know about it. So I called them, and I'm like, yo, I don't know. I didn't know about this. So they filed it for next month. And I've never talked to this person like privately. Like I've never emailed her or texted her or any bullshit like that. But man, dude, like she's crazy. You just got to watch out. You just got to be careful.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazies on.
Yeah, man. YouTube. And Galen wants to be a witness for me. So that's how crazy she is.
Wow.
Yeah, Galen. I told Galen today, and she's like, "You need to get me there." I'm like, "Okay." Like, she's like, "I will testify and say this person has been crazily harassing people for the past like 7 years." I guess she's been doing it a long time. I guess all she does with her free time is she stays on YouTube every single day and she watches every single live stream and watches for people to bring up her name and shit. I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's
How does
very
she fit?
crazy.
I don't understand how she fits into Flora.
She lived in Florida and she knew Galen. That's why.
Oh,
Apparently, that's what she says. But Galen's like, I knew her for like 4 months, like, and Galen says that she's crazy. So it's not just me. And she harassed Meow. She harassed Indie Archive. She actually impersonated Indie Archive. So he's going to be a witness at the next hearing, and he's going to testify that she impersonated him and shit. So it's crazy, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
boy, Meow seems to get like a target. She's like got a target on her.
Yeah,
back.
but Lauren is crazy enough to call your employer. She tried to call my employer, and they told me, and they kind of laughed about it. But
She can call my employer. She can call my employer all she wants because I am my employer. So she can go fuck herself.
yeah, no, that's basically what my employer. They're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, they kind of laughed about it. So me and Indie Archive. I don't know if you remember when I did that. I did I helped out with a police funeral down in Tell City.
Yeah.
And she called the cop we were working with, and he called us, and he's like, yeah, this is just a bunch of bullshit. So, I mean, he asked us to stay away temporarily, just until it died down. But he's like, everything she sent me didn't make any sense. I'm like, yeah, that's what she does. And it was no different today. It was like, what the fuck is this lady talking about? Yeah, no,
Right,
it's crazy, man. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I used to love it when people used to say, I want to talk to the manager. And I'm like, well, I am the manager. I'm the owner manager, and I'm the person talking to you. So
yeah, no, I don't know. And she in court today, she lied. She's like, this person's been terrorizing me for a year. I'm like, dude, I haven't even been on YouTube for a year. What are you talking about?
You're right. Yeah, you didn't come on until like
December.
Yeah.
December, like last year. I'm like, and I did not even come in contact with Lauren until like March. So she lied about that.
God, it's been that long already. Shit.
I know, right, dude? I'm telling you, man. The year anniversary of my crime scene walk is coming up, so I got to do a anniversary walk and show what's different.
Right. But yeah, that's crazy. That's some crazy shit, man.
Yeah, man. I'm encouraging like everyone else to file against her because like she harasses people constantly, and dude, she went on a fucking rant in the courtroom, and the judge kept having to like, it was like, this has nothing to do with this guy. You need to like dial it back in. And everything she submitted was just bullshit, and I'm just laughing about it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It really is, man. It really is. Let me tell you.
I had somebody come after me once because I used to own a couple of mattress stores around here, and they came after me for some shit. But
which state do you live in, if I can ask?
I live in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? Oh, dude, that's cool.
Yeah, I live all the way up here in this tiny little milk garden.
You ever seen What About Bob? I think that movie takes place in New Hampshire.
Yeah, that was at the lake. Yeah.
Really?
On Golden Pond, that was in New Hampshire too.
Really?
That was filmed at the lake. Yeah.
I got to make it up there one day, man.
Hold on a minute, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead. I think he left the stream, so I'm going to keep you guys entertained here. I don't know what we're looking at. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3 systems here. I think Hurricane Lee is the most southwesternly one that you see. You've got the one just northeast of it, and it looks like one in the south is forming. I think Hurricane Lee might hit New England. It will definitely be below category. It'll be category 3 or below by the time it hits New England, if it does. You guys, I'm not the one sharing my screen. The northeasternly one, I don't know what that is.
All right, I'm back.
Hey,
sorry.
Okay. I tried to hold the ball. I don't know if I fumbled or not, but is a
No, you did fine. You did fine.
Really?
I was. I get up, like my wife gets up usually about 6 o'clock or so, but all of a sudden the dogs were coming out, so I saw her and I wanted to help her with the dogs. That's all. Good job, buddy. Sorry, man.
Yeah. So is southeasternly one? Is that Hurricane Lee?
Yeah, this is Lee here. Hold on a second.
Hey, my food's here. I'm gonna grab it real quick.
All right, man. This is Lee right here. This is Margot over in here. And then this is the new tropical storm that's going to form today that just came off the South African coast right here. This will be Nigel here. So let me change. Everybody left. You did home nursing for a few years? Yeah, mileage checks are awesome. I do my own mileage, so unfortunately, I don't get paid for that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to pull up the tracking plots. So these are going to be. I don't know why I can't get the latest ones when I get home, but I'll get close. So these are the latest. Well, not the latest, but these are the probables.
I'm back
for the storm. Thanks, man. I appreciate you covering for me because.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So what's going on with these storms here?
So this is I just put this up here so we can chat. This is this is the spaghetti plots for these. This is Lee here. So Lee is still uncertain once it gets into the Canadian Maritimes.
Yeah.
This is Margot right here, and it's going to kind of just do a loop-de-loop here. But this is the next system here, Nigel, this is going to go basically the same track that Lee went. So
okay.
This might be a storm for people in the southeast part of the country to watch. Okay. This one here. But
so the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Eastern Florida.
Yeah, what usually happens out here in the Atlantic, you got your basically what they call an intertropical conversion zone here between the equator. So you have really warm waters in here in late summer. So when these waves come off the African coast here, they basically just come off as a wave. But if they get any rotation to them, they'll start to form what they call a depression, where the pressure will drop, and then they'll. Because you have big high pressure here over Bermuda usually, and what happens is they fall right underneath that high pressure, and it's like almost like a racetrack for storms, basically, to the East Coast.
Okay.
And then they either fizzle out or they don't. But the Gulf is quiet.
Yeah, I see that.
So that's good news. So what else is going on? Did you hear about Rogers?
Yeah, he got hurt within like the first minute. What the hell?
I predicted that, brother. I did it, telling you.
Really?
Yeah. Anytime it happened to Brett Favre too, remember?
Really?
Yeah, they did all of that to sign this guy, and now he's going to be out for the rest of the year. It's so weird.
So he probably won't play as a Jet ever again.
Probably not. No, wow. I think the Jets are still going to be fairly good though, because they have a really good defense. So who knows?
Do you think they're going to continue with Wilson, or are they going to sign somebody else?
I don't think they can sign anybody else. I think they gave all their money to Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. They have. I don't know if they. I don't know. I don't know what the contract was for Aaron Rodgers, but I'm pretty sure it was a lot.
Wow.
It couldn't happen to a better team, I'm telling you.
Right.
Me and my son kid about them and the Knicks all the time. Like the Knicks are probably the biggest joke in history of sports, right there.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest market in all of sports.
I thought they were good whenever Carmelo Anthony was there, but
yeah, but you would think that the New York teams in a big market like that, they'd have something to show for it. They don't have anything to show for it. Nothing.
Yeah, the Packers are like the smallest market team in all of sports, I think.
I know they're basically owned by their fans. It's so funny.
Yeah, I think they're the size of they're smaller than Bloomington, Indiana.
It's weird. Well, I mean, that's where you are. That's like the football capital of the world, the Midwest. You know, there's
Oh
like
yeah.
18 football teams right there,
Oh yeah.
and most of them suck. You know, like
That's true.
I mean, Chicago hasn't done anything for since Mike Ditka, and you know, Detroit. My God, you got Barry Sanders and Captain America. You know what I mean? Like, how can you not win with those two guys? Good Lord.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time. The Bengals were the last team that was in a Super Bowl for us, but I can't remember the last one. It might have been the Colts in the Midwest.
Yes, yeah, the Colts. The Colts were really good in the '70s. The Colts, when they had, of course, they were the Baltimore Colts then, but they were pretty good in the '70s. But I don't know what's going to happen now with the Jets. They still beat Buffalo. Yeah.
Yeah, people thought they were going to be really good.
Well, I know what I wanted to check out.
Yeah.
This freaking convict down in.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can pull something up.
Yeah, what's going on with that guy? I heard. Who was he? There was somebody found in London or something. What was that about?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the same guy or not.
In London?
Yeah, and like in England, they found an escaped convict, but it wasn't him.
Yeah, it was too funny, man.
Oh, did you watch our video with me, her, and Randy?
I watched some of it, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 40-second video, and she was like trying to hop over. And I'm like, there's no way. And Randy's like, she came here for the fun. I'm like, Randy, God damn it.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's murder.
Yeah, dude, could you imagine if she fell and she died? Me and Randy would be in jail right now.
She really wanted to go too.
I know.
That's too funny.
Yeah, I'm like, hell no.
No, that you did the right thing, man. You just put your foot down and said, nope, ain't happening.
Exactly.
All right, let me play this here. This is
Go ahead, yeah.
This is this guy. He's like, I don't know, he's Brazilian, but he's Portuguese, and he unalived or killed his wife or girlfriend over here in front of her kids.
What?
Yeah. So he was sitting in a Pennsylvania holding cell for transfer to prison, and he escaped. Did you see how he escaped?
Yeah, he did the Spider-Man shit, right?
Yeah. So, and now they can't find him. It's so weird.
God.
Like, yeah. And they got the FBI. They got the entire state of Pennsylvania looking for this guy. They got the ATF. They got everybody, and they can't. Like this guy here is like a.
I saw Dog the Bounty Hunter wanted to get in on it.
Right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Taking the time out to talk with me tonight. I watched your Twitter last night as we broke.
Now he's got a gun. He broke into a house and stole a gun. So now he's got a 22 rifle with 10 rounds of ammunition. So, but this guy is hungry. He's got to be tired. He's probably got mosquito bites all over him. He's like, this guy lasts forever in the woods.
All this news on this program of what he was up to in these late night hours, stealing the gun, making a break for it, the shots fired from the homeowner. How are you getting all of this information? And do you have any more tonight?
Yeah, the guy that the house he broke into, the guy shot. He was like 80 years old. Shot at him like 7 times and missed all 7 times. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah. This guy's got the luck on his side, man.
Glad to be with you tonight. So, like a lot of the people that are watching, I have invested interests just like many others. I have friends that are there working, that are searching, that have been telling me their tale, what they're going through emotionally, mentally, physically.
So that this is supposedly him.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So they must have gotten some DNA off of this porch here that he was on, because this guy looks nothing like the guy that was in prison.
So I've kind of just been an outlet for some of the people I used to work with.
Like, how could he be this clean? Right? He's been in the woods for days. I mean, he's doing pretty good. Shaven, all clean and shit.
That
I
are
don't know,
still in
man.
law enforcement working. So when that happens, they kind of just give you a little information here and there, nothing that would jeopardize, you know, any investigations, but enough to say this is what is going on. And I think maybe the public should know this, but there's just no time for them to go through proper channels to get it out. So that's why I've just been fortunate enough to, you know, have people I worked with in the past there on the ground right now.
Did they tell you anything new that's happened in the last little bit? Like, we just got this new breaking information, that there's been this brand new sighting tonight. And then, you know, before you, John Muffler was able to find out this bit of information that the rifle is sawed off and that it's crudely fashioned with duct tape with the flashlight on the top of your.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like crudely fashioned with duct tape with a flashlight on it. Oh my God.
A 22.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't make this shit up, man.
No.
You just can't. How is this guy able to, you know?
Your contacts out in the field told you anything new?
So they're out in the field. They probably wouldn't have that information at this moment because the people that I've been in contact with are out searching. They're in the fields. They're in the woods. I won't say too much more what they're doing, but they expected this. This is, like John said, this is where a pattern has been formed by the.
Have you ever been to Pennsylvania, buddy? Who's that? Eric Rudolph.
Wait, can you
Oh, the
hear me?
Olympic Park. Yeah, I can now.
I drove through the Allegheny Mountains to Maryland this past March.
Yeah, it's I can see how this guy can, you know, stay hidden for a while.
Oh
and
yeah,
knows, yeah. I mean,
the
that's
Allegheny Mountains are very, very dense.
yeah. You don't just walk through those woods without.
No way.
So I can see why, but they have like special forces troops in there too and stuff. You would think that they'd, you know, be able to locate this guy. They got, I don't know, they got, you know, infrared cameras and shit, right?
Yeah, like what the hell's going on? Like how long was he out before they noticed he was gone? You know?
Well, I don't even know that. That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
Maybe Aubrey knows.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back. You guys
All
go
right.
ahead.
Because she said Eric Rudolph stayed hid a long time in the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, people don't realize how dense that is. He's got to be coming out to get food and stuff. That's just me. I mean, so it's weird for him not to get caught.
Suspect. They're anticipating this and probably anticipating some more activity overnight.
Mark, one of the other things that was on your Twitter feed, it stood out like a beacon to me. You tweeted out that Danilo Cavalcante's sister, the one who has been now picked up by ICE, the one who the authorities said wasn't being helpful, so off she went as an illegal, she was a housekeeper. You mentioned that she was a housekeeper for many of the homes in this area where he's breaking in. Do we know if she provided him with?
See, does this look like that guy that was in the picture on the porch? I don't really think so, but that's just me. They obviously, I mean, think it's him. So, I mean, people look different with beards off and mustaches off, but this guy looks nothing like the guy in the picture as far as I'm concerned.
Information about which homes were vacant that she'd cleaned and which homes might have had the kinds of.
I agree, Audrey. I definitely agree. Yeah, see, I agree with that. I don't think it looks like the same guy. I just don't. But I could be wrong because I'm usually always wrong. But they must have gotten some DNA off that porch to tie him to that picture because that image doesn't look like him, that's for sure.
Of supplies or weapons that he needed?
Now, that was a question that a few people reached out to me in that area, just saw my Twitter, and said that she was their housekeeper, their neighbor's housekeeper, that they were concerned, and I believe they have their own Facebook grouping that are talking about it. I don't know the name of it, but they were concerned that if she's been in their homes, that she would have passed this information on to maybe her brother, so he would know, okay, I can go to this house and find this there. That was their concern. I did pass that along to somebody in law enforcement.
Watch this. Watch him.
At this point, it doesn't seem like they're overly concerned about that detail. But like you said,
I mean, this guy has no problem doing this. This is so weird.
Hey, I'm back.
She was somebody
All right, man.
watching. They knew.
Watch this. Did you see this yet?
No, go ahead.
Watch this. Watch how he gets out of here. There's a guy standing right here, right? And he's, it's just so weird how nobody's watching this guy.
Like you said, she was somebody who were watching. They knew who she was. They
Oh
knew
my
that there was
God.
an attempt with her and her brother.
Wow.
You can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't. Does it look like this guy was like a lookout or something? Because he just takes off after he climbs this wall.
Yeah. What? That's
Knew that
weird,
there
man.
was an
Where's,
attempt.
yeah, what the hell?
Watch this. Watch this guy just take off all of a sudden when this guy's out of the picture. It's so weird.
Her and her brother to aid him in the beginning. And then I guess once they realized, they took her into custody and realized she wasn't going to be any help to them, that's when they decided to move forward and start to deport her.
Okay, one last question about that sister. Did you learn that she was able to get through the perimeter early in the escape and that they put surveillance on her?
She attempted to. They let her go, and a surveillance team, from what I was told, was put on her early. And it just kind of lines up with everything that has happened. So obviously they watched her, I'm sure, as John would know more, the federal marshals probably watched her for a period of time, interviewed her, see what, work she would do with them or wouldn't do. And obviously they felt this wasn't a person that was going to be helpful to them in any way. And that's why they took her into custody.
Wow.
It's astounding information that she was a housekeeper in this area, that she had.
Yeah, she probably brought him all kinds of shit. That's probably why he looked so clean in that other picture.
Yeah.
She probably brought him the hoodie, all the clothes and stuff because they just weren't paying attention to that, obviously. So, hell, she might have even brought him a phone.
Right.
Like a non-traceable phone. You never know.
Right.
That's weird. Very weird. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here, man. I just wanted to come on and do the weather.
Okay.
I'm going to try to I'm going to try to get on here Friday night for a while. So if you want, we can team up. Maybe we can do some sports and shit or whatever. And
Okay. What time is that? I usually work.
you work Friday night. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, so you're off Sunday night.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe we'll do something Sunday night after the games then.
You want to? I would love to do that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll go over the games, cry a little, laugh a little.
Yeah. Yeah, if we get our asses kicked again, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much.
Me either.
So, I'll see you then. I'll see you around in the chats and shit like that. Thank you, Audrey, for coming in again. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You're
thank you,
awesome.
Audrey.
And go check out, she's already been on your channel, so I don't have to tell her that.
I think so, yeah.
Thomas Frost is awesome. And we'll see everybody later. Thanks, Tom, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Have a good night, guys.
And if you see Rick Snake, tell him to stop avoiding me, man.
I will. I'll tell him right now. I'll message him right now.
Just kidding.
No.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, of course. You too, Dave. See you later, man.
Yep. All right. Bye.